Hello and very warm welcome to Dr. Ahmed YouTube channel. This short video is being recorded for the benefit of my students so that they can have a very good view of the minority paradigm as portrayed by Parsee Sidhwa in her novel Ice Candyman. This is not only the Ice Candyman in which the writer has portrayed her own religion and community, but also these are most of the novels. For example, this Crow Eaters, then it is the An American Brat. Everywhere she is trying to tell about her religion, her community, and her people, and up to some extent her culture. Crow Eater is very specific with reference to that because there almost every part of the culture of the Parsi people has been talked about. But in case of Ice Candyman, which is the novel right now, we are discussing minority paradigm is available with reference to politics, though Sidhwa has left a little bit of the things which are relevant to this discussion as well. We need to see how it has been portrayed there and up to what extent it has got the importance in the narrative of the novel. First of all, we must understand that all the time minority is defined by majority. I mean to say that if you are living in an area where majority is of a different people with a different identity, at that time you are not the one who can hold your own with respect to your identity and culture, but rather you have to live under the circumstances defined by the majority. So in this way, this is posing a difficulty and it raises a question that it should be talked about, it should be discussed as to what extent the Parsee community in Indo-Pak subcontinent was satisfied or they were having different type of difficulties. We must keep in mind while we discuss all this that the novel Ice Candyman is with the political history and the conflict which happened in the subcontinent, and as a result of that migration took place, and in 1947 with which this migration is associated. There was some kind of political settlement with which the colonizer changed the status of the state, and as a result, our beloved state Pakistan was established. So, in that way, this is the kind of background with which we need to discuss the minority paradigm in this novel Ice Candyman by Parsee Sidhwa. Well, first of all, we should try to go back to the history which is described in this narrative as well, how and from where these Parsi people came to Indo-Pak subcontinent. With this respect, we have the knowledge provided by the writer that most of these people migrated from Iran, which is Persia in English, and so the people who are coming from that place, they were termed as Parsi. So therefore, there's a relationship between being Parsi and coming from Persia. These people were Zoroastrians, and after the rise of Islam and Muslims' entry into Iran, large number of people migrated from there as a type of exile, and they went here and there, but they came to the subcontinent as well. When they came here, they were not that very warmly welcomed, but however, Parsi people proved their capacity to absorb and to adjust in the new community very successfully, and ultimately they came in India. They settled here in different places, but most of the time they were settled in the Gujarat province of India. So when we read the novels written by Parsee Sidhwa or by any other Parsi writer, we will be able to find that there is a touch of the language and the culture of Gujarati people. For example, Rohinton Mistry, another Parsi writer, we have been reading his short stories like The Ghost of Rozja Bagh and The Auspicious Day. There also we get the similar kind of patterns. But Rohinton Mistry goes to the very roots of the Parsi culture and describes all that, and ultimately talks about the dying traditions of the Parsi culture. But here Parsee Sidhwa shows more adjustment, however, with a touch of the identity of the Parsi people as well. So that is the background with which the Parsi people are present in India. In case of Pakistan, they are mostly present in Lahore and Karachi, and Lahore is portrayed in this novel also as the center of the Parsi people. So Parsi people are very much the part of life of Pakistani people, and because of that, they are the Pakistani people. And however, they are maintaining their own culture, their own traditions as well. They are allowed to do so, and so minority status is also with them. However, they are Pakistanis also. And this status has been specially claimed by Bapsi Sidhwa because she is the writer who is acclaimed as Pakistani writer and who is writing about Pakistani culture. But always there's a color, there's a tinge of the Parsee community as well. So in that way, Parsees are present here. Let me tell you people that not only the environment of the novel, but also as the real life goes around us, Parsee people are very prosperous people. They are very successful businessmen and they know how to deal with the business things and how to earn money very successfully. In the novel, Ice Candyman, we see that Lenny's father is a good, well-reputed businessman. He earns a lot of money, and that is why he maintains a prosperous home where every facility is available. And that thing is also confirmed by the fact that large number of people surround this house. They are somehow attached and relevant to this house. A lot of workers are there. Shanta, for example, is there. Imam Deen is, for example, there. Moti, for example, is there. All these people are working for this house, and they are provided by the house owner. As a result, he's a very rich man, and this richness and dexterity and successful business and being well connected, that is also proved by the fact that he's got the friends from every community. Maybe it is Muslim or it is Sikhs or Hindus or even British people. They are friends to him, and occasional gatherings are held because of which one can say that he's a successful person. So that goes to show that up to what extent Parsee people are successful, and they have been portrayed in the novel in the same sense as well. Parsee people are all the time shown to us to be living in the modern setup of environment. They are not rigid, they're not traditional in the sense as Hindus possibly can be or the Muslims can be. Parsee people have been shown to be the modern people. They're well-educated people, so they speak English language, they write in English language, and most of the time their children are studying in the progressive institutions, and as a result, they portray to be the people who are very progressive and modern one as well. And the people at home, Parsee people at home, for example, maintain a very loving relationship. For example, we can listen from Lenny about the way Lenny's mother calls her husband Jana, and the husband also, I mean Lenny's father also, retorts back with certain ironic comments, but at heart he's in love with her. And she's very beautifully available in her house, serving her husband, serving the family, all the time very much satisfied and happy. And same is the case with the husband also. He too provides the same things to his wife, that she remains to be very satisfied. He's performing all his duties. So in this way, Sidhwa has portrayed that a Parsee household is a model symbol of the successful household, and everything goes very right inside that. They're very kind people. They are having not only good religious values but also good social values. For example, one of the values of these people that has been portrayed is the godmother, the relationship, the activity, the kind of favors she does, and ultimately the role of godmother, which she plays a very significant role, that she is able to rescue large number of people from the troublesome situation. And she's the biggest rescue for Lenny as well when she's disturbed and upset. It is the personality of godmother which is very helpful and significant for her. So in this way, Parsee people have been narrated to be very good people, very adjustable people. The things that we can see in certain other parts of the world possibly are also available in these Parsees. But one question can be all the time there. Why, even after hundreds of years of settlement in India, like all other religion, Parsee religion could not flourish, could not become bigger in size and number, in quantity, for example, it couldn't become. One of the reasons is that Parsees have tried to restrict and demythify themselves by not marrying in other communities, not extending in that way, not trying to proselytize certain people, not trying to convert certain people towards Parsee. They don't do so, and so as a result, whatever they are and wherever they are the Parsee people. They do not interfere and entangle themselves with the realities of other religion and believe in the principles of live and let live. So in that way, it's going to be Parsee community as portrayed by Sidhwa in her novel is very successful one. But this has created up to some extent feelings of alienation among the Parsee people because of their restricted environment, because of their not marrying to the other communities, because of their non-expansionist attitude. They have earned some kind of alienation as well. And this alienation is visible inside the novel also when we go through that. The impact of Gujarati language, Gujarati culture is very much evident in the life of the Parsi people, as narrated in this novel, as well as in other short stories where we mentioned the Parsi culture is available. For example, many words of Parsi language, like bai, for example, or the Krutli bai, or these are some of the words, and even Behram Roj, the celebration day. These are some of the words, and there are many words. I cannot recall all these words here. Students can find inside the text some words. The words with which Sidhwa goes to play are mostly taken from the Gujarati language, or at the maximum from Punjabi of Lahore. These are taken, and then as a result, the local flavor is. But most of the time, it's the Gujarati language, Gujarati culture. For example, the women of the Parsi household wear the sari, but this sari dress is not the common Hindu dress, but it's a Sindhi sari which they wear it because it carries some covering for the head as well, covering for the chest as well. So in this way, that's the type of dress which has been adopted. This is again related to Sindhi and Gujarati dressing. Same is the case with men dresses. They also wear the type of kurta and then the pajama that also relates them to the Indian Gujarati culture. So a lot of influence of Gujarati people are present on Parsi people, as we find inside the novel. Well, let us talk about the political paradigm in case of Ice Candyman, as Ice Candyman is capturing the moment of 1947. So therefore, there is a lot which has been discussed politically. Gandhi has been talked about, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah has been talked about, and the preparation for the partition of India that has been discussed here. Effects of this partition and the migration and exodus which took place as a result. That may not be important in this video, that is discussed in some other video. But here, what we can find is that the political gatherings of the Parsi people also take place, but they take a non-political attitude. For example, Colonel Brocha, who is a doctor of Lenny as well, he is the one who arranges this meeting, heads this meeting. He gives them the biggest possible lesson that the Parsi people need to maintain their culture. The Parsi people need to maintain their identity. The Parsi people need to maintain themselves as a community, but they should not be called the Indians or the English or the Muslims. They believe, and in his speech he says that we would follow the government of the time. For example, if the British people are there, the Parsi people had a very good relationship with them. And if while living in Lahore, the government of Lahore, government of Pakistan comes in the hands of Muslims, we will follow them and obey them, he says. Same is the case with the Hindus, that if some people in Bombay, for example, are left in India, they will be following the Hindu people as well. So in this way, non-partisan attitude, the non-alignment attitude of the Parsi people is present. Perhaps they thought it better to survive in a difficult world while obeying the system, whichever they are found, and that goes to show a lot of adjustment which the Parsi people have among them. But well, then what is the reason behind that? Why did they do so? Why didn't attempt to have some piece of land for themselves as well? Or why didn't they attempt to say that we want to migrate altogether to Pakistan, or all of us want to go to, India? Actually, they wanted the support of the British people, and they acted upon that. And as a result, when they were protected by the British people, they thought to side with the British people. And same kind of protection they expected out of the obedience which they would show. And this is definitely the fear which is all the time present in the mind of any minority, that they may have some kind of trouble. And as a result, they remain united also, they remain non-aligned also, and they try to flourish their traditions in such a way that no other religion is hurt because of their activity. But in the novel, we can see some positive, very positive rather, side of these Parsi people as well. For example, when in 1947, lots of looting and plundering was going on, the women of the house of Parsi people, Lenny's house, for example, her mom and her aunt, they gathered petrol to be given to their friends so that they can easily move towards India. And they also show that some kind of protection was also given by them. And if some problem was occurring with the women, they would support them during 1947, they would feed them. So in that way, they played the role of a messiah in that tense environment where, so Parsi people have been standing by the side of the suffering people. They have been neutral. Colonel Brecha, for example, has been advising all the time. They remained so. So in this way, Lenny's mom and other people. Even we can say that not only Lenny's mom, but also the godmother who helped save Shanta, the maidservant who was a Hindu and was abducted and then molested and raped, and after that put into red light area by her lover, Ice Candyman. Even that girl was rescued. So Parsi people are not only helping the Sikhs, they are also helping the Muslims, they are also helping the Hindu people. So in this way, they have proved that they are the people who are all the time helping and trying to convey their message of something good towards the, people who ever come and approach them for the sake of help. The attitude can be witnessed, the dealings which they do with Rana, the boy, with the Mamdeen, and with Shanta, and with Hamida, and with many other people. So in that way, Parsi people have been portrayed in this novel, Ice Candyman. So in that way, if the students want to write an assignment on Parsi minority paradigm in Ice Candyman, they can follow these instructions. The quotes and the references and the critical and theoretical views may be captured from here and there and added into their assignments to make them even better. But so far, this is all about Parsi paradigm, Parsi minority portrayal by Parsee Sidhwa in this novel, Ice Candyman. And thank you for watching this. If you understand, like, and appreciate, do not fail to hit the subscribe button. And this is the all now. Thank you for watching.